Okay, well,
That's super okay. I don't know. There's no French maybe at all. No, they're
wonderful.
they will be usually they hook in. Usually they don't come in the room. They hook in.
Maybe for his gold medal.
Anyways, I think they wouldn't the decision on this. So.
Oh, somebody brought his A game today.
It's a good experience.
Thank you. Someone didn't have decaf.
How
No, he did not.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you again. Hello. How are you? I'm very good.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, exactly. That was incentive. No.
You'll be the main speaker, if we can say.
Well, that's what they tell me.
Yeah?
I think we're in trouble if that's the case.
All right. So if everybody wants to stand behind it.
Here?
Yeah. Good. Nita. Sit tall. Rob.
Sure.
I don't know. You tell me.
Absolutely. And you, I believe you met.
Russ Williams.
Nice. Great things. Hi.
How are you?
Thank you. I'm feeling it today. It was weird. It's windy outside, and I couldn't do anything with it. And I was late getting out of makeup. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here today. My name is Rob Gilmore, and I'm the Executive Director of the Association of Canadian Disability Benefit Professionals. And for those of you covering and attending today, I'm also late. The reason we're late is we just came from a very, very productive meeting with ministers' staff at the Ministry of Revenue. And we are thrilled to announce that they are very open to working with us. They're consulting. I know that word was foreign up until about a year ago on Parliament Hill, but consulting with Canadians with disabilities. But there's still a lot to talk about. In order to talk about and paint a big, broad picture, we've brought some of our friends here today. On stage with me today, we have 3 differently abled Canadians, including a 3-time Paralympian and gold medalist, Paul Rosen. We have a medical doctor who has practiced in Canada for over 25 years, and a number of our association members. We are going to talk about the Canada Revenue Agency, seeing the big picture, and trying to figure out why 500,000 eligible Canadians are not currently receiving the federal disability tax credit. There's approximately $1 billion a year. $1 billion per year that is earmarked for Canadians who are living with disabilities, who the CRA states are eligible for the disability tax credit, currently not receiving it. The CRA says, well, the process is easy. It's easy to apply for the disability tax credit. Is it? If it's easy, why aren't 500,000 Canadians receiving it? The reason we're here today as association members is our association has successfully helped over 50,000 Canadians receive the disability tax credit, many of whom applied on their own and, for one reason or the other, were declined originally. Our benefit professionals, they forge strong relationships and trusting connections with our clients. And this is something that, with no disrespect intended towards the CRA, this is not what the CRA exists to do. The CRA does not exist to create warm relationships, to provide guidance, to provide tax assistance. We do. The challenge that's facing us today, the reason that we're here is, in the previous government, Member of Parliament Cheryl Gallant brought forth a private member's bill, Bill C-462. The intent of that bill was to protect Canadians who are living with disabilities. Unfortunately, that bill could have the adverse effect. It may cause these 500,000 Canadians who are already not receiving the federal disability tax credit to literally be left with no hope. Our clients approach us. They approach us and ask us for help for a myriad of reasons. There are reasons, many numerous reasons why they cannot or are not receiving the disability tax credit. This bill, Bill C-462, well, it allows the CRA to set a cap that companies may charge in our industry. Companies in our industry charge no upfront fee. There was no fee, there was no success fee, no application fee, no signature fee, no photography fee or photograph or Xerox fee. There is no fee. We work on a success-based contingency model. Companies in our industry charge no more than 30%. Some charge 20, some charge 25. It is up for each company to set a fee cap. We are self-regulated with a code of conduct. We carefully measure, and no company in our association can charge more than 30%. Canadians who are living with disabilities must be allowed to decide for themselves whether to apply on their own, use a professional, and determine what fee model that they would like to adopt. Would they like to pay extra? Would they like to pay less? Would they like an in-person fee? It is up to them to decide. Why are differently abled Canadians being singled out by Ms. Cheryl Gallant and taking away and allowing for the CRA to potentially take away their ability to decide who represents them? Bill C-462 goes directly against our Taxpayer Bill of Rights. Item number 15 states clearly that Canadians have the right to be represented by the person of their choice. If our self-regulated fee cap of 30% already exists for so many people, what is the purpose of Bill C-462? Among our members, there's a wide range of rates. One of our members has over 100 full-time employees, full-time, working solely on helping these 500,000 Canadians receive the federal disability tax credit. They have over 1,300 testimonials posted online. These are happy clients who, of their own accord, chose to take time to write and thank and compliment this company, the National Benefit Authority, for the good work that they and all members in our association have done. Without the Association of Canadian Disability Benefit Professionals, 500,000 Canadians that are not yet receiving the disability tax credit, well, they're going to receive no money whatsoever because CRA regulations may soon shut the door on them all due to Ms. Gallant's private member's bill. Receiving no money, well, that's not the answer. These 500,000 Canadians are entitled to receive this credit. Again, we just met with senior staffers from the Minister's Office in Revenue, and they are committed to working with us, and we're committed to working with them. But in the meantime, we're going to continue to shine a light on what's happening with these 500,000 Canadians who are being discriminated against with regards to the tax code. And there's no one better to shine a spotlight on the big picture than Russell Williams, who came all the way from Brooks, Alberta today to share with us his story. Thank you. Russell?
Thank you. Hi, my name's Russ Williams. I'm from Brooks, Alberta. I've been working in the oil industry since the early 70s. I've been more or less disabled since 1984 when I had some major surgery. And I had no idea that this benefit even existed for all of these years. And up until March of this year, I never knew this benefit existed. And for me, it worked great. I have discs removed out of my back. I have fibromyalgia. I have a litany of disabilities. But if I hadn't have gone through the National Benefit Authority, I would have gotten nothing, simply because I didn't even know that it existed. And yes, I could have done the paperwork on my own, but I couldn't. And like the previous gentleman was saying, the CRA is not there to coddle you. And if you don't cross a T or dot an I, you keep getting that material back, and it can go on and on and on. Associations like the NBA help people like me get the benefits that they're entitled to. We pay our taxes, so we are entitled to this. And 500,000 people are entitled to this that don't know that they can get it or get discouraged because they can't do it on their own. So I'm in full favor of everything that these associations do for the general public and for people like myself. So if you have a disability, go out there and contact these people. I did my due diligence, and I didn't walk into it blind. I knew exactly what I was going for. And even 70% of a dollar is better than 0% of a dollar for what is owed to you. So my thing is, go get it. Like, just go and get it. Contact these associations or whatever, wherever they are, and get what's entitled to you, the same as I did. So, and on that, thank you.
Who's next? We are. So, yes, it is. Thank you. Introduce yourself, please.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Valerica Campbell. This is my son Elijah, who's 12 years old. And currently, I run a home daycare center for my home. And I decided to, do a home daycare so I can be at home to support my son through his disability. And again, it's also an honor to be here today. My husband couldn't be here today because he works overnight, so it's just me and my son here right now. I found out about the National Benefit Authority through a Facebook ad. I was just simply scrolling down, and I went into it. And at first, I went out of it, went back into it when I had more time, and I just dug deeper into it, and came across the disabilities that my son had, and I decided to just apply for it and give it a shot and see what happens. And I was really amazed, and some of the disability that it listed my son had, what my son has is a slight form of ADHD, and also he has audio processing, which means that he has whatever information he receives, it comes across very differently for him. So it requires a lot more patience and learning and teaching, but he's been doing great. So. Also, I was just really amazed when I called the company. I was really amazed how warm everyone was. I was really floored. The fact that they took the time and point me in the right direction of where to go, and what documents I needed in order to proceed with it. I was also, very encouraged by that, and for me, it took about 3 to 4 months. The whole process took that time, and we received about 43,000 altogether. And again, I was floored, and I couldn't believe this was happening. And so we're very grateful for that. I could not imagine doing this on my own. I think if I was to do it on my own, I'll probably just throw it away, because the process would have taken a longer time, and I probably would have just not do it at all. So I'm very thankful that I had people on the other end of the line that were there to support me and just directed me in the right path. So I'm thankful for that as well. It's really amazing how, and for us, we received it, I guess, maybe 2 years ago. And it's really made an impact on our family. And I've tried telling other people about it, and they have never heard of this. You know what I mean? And so it's just really amazing to know that. It's really amazing to be here today because it's going to get the word out, and it's going to help other people and other disabled Canadians to get the help that they need, that we've received, and it's just been really amazing. So I just want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. My son wants to say thank you as well, because if it wasn't for the company, we wouldn't have been able to get the help that we needed and the support. And also from my family, the message is just simply to stop Bill C-462, because I think it's important that all Canadians know about this. And I think that it's really going to meet their needs as well. So thank you very much for this opportunity. Thanks.
Thanks. Thank you.
Societies are judged by how they treat their most disadvantaged, the poor, the elderly, and those